Okay, today's video is going to be a rant. This is the CITROEN C5 X7. Fairly modern car. Yeah, nice and beautiful and sexy. Right. So you park your car. You go for coffee. No problems, no symptoms, no nothing. You return from your coffee. You're going to start your car. Everything behaving normally. You start her up. No problems. You go and disengage the parking brake. And all hell breaks loose. Braking system faulty. What on earth? Stop. Service. Automatic parking brake. Everything is going like crazy. What the hell is going on? And you think that the parking brake has a problem. Let's push this check button and see what problem is going. What is the problem? Braking system faulty, right? Anti-rollback system faulty. Right. So you think that there's something wrong with the electric handbrake, because this is an electric handbrake equipped version of the C5 X7. And you think, oh, there must be something with the electric handbrake. What is wrong with the electric handbrake? Right. Now this is going to be a rant about the stupidity of modern electronics and how engineers set up everything. Right? I connected the car to the diagnostic tool, and the module for the electric handbrake is working perfectly. It's working properly. It doesn't have any faults. What does have faults is the ABS unit. So the ABS has a fault, and what is the fault? Right. The fault is that the ABS unit cannot read the brake fluid level correctly, meaning that that small switch on the brake fluid reservoir either is not working properly, or the wiring in the connection inside the module has some kind of problem and it doesn't work properly, and this way the ABS unit doesn't read the brake fluid level, and it presents all kinds of messages, and it has a braking system faulty, and it doesn't operate the electric handbrake properly, meaning that the automatic function right here, the auto parking brake function, the moment you turn off the engine, okay, it doesn't apply the handbrake automatically, which, by the way, is a purely mechanical system. Right? It's an electric motor pulling some cables, right? And because of the fact that the ABS unit is connected to the electric handbrake module, and the ABS unit cannot communicate, cannot see the level of the brake fluid in the reservoir, it cancels a purely mechanical function, the automatic application of the electric handbrake, right? I mean, think about it. That's just stupid. Why would you connect a purely mechanical system, right? The handbrake, even if it's electric, right? Why would you connect that to something that the ABS unit cannot see? I mean, yeah, they could have just popped a message right here saying unable to read the brake fluid level, right? So you, driver, do your own thing and check the brake fluid level, right? And make sure that it is correct, right? They could have just done that. Why didn't they do that? I mean, that's what? Do I have to think of everything, right? Huh? What were you thinking, guys? Come on. The electric handbrake is just a purely mechanical system. Even if it's an electric motor pulling some cables. Why would you cancel that? Okay? Now, the electric handbrake does work now, okay? But it works full time. Okay, it applies the handbrake fully. Meanwhile, when it was working properly, the electric handbrake was pulling the cables up to a point, and if you kept pulling the button, then it applied the cables fully. It tightened the cables. But now it doesn't. Now, if you pull this, the electric handbrake, it fully applies the cables, right? And without any reason. I mean, why? Why would you do that? And why do you present all these weird messages and scare the hell out of the user, thinking that there is something wrong with the car, while in reality, there is not that serious. That's not that serious, okay? I mean, okay, I understand that the ABS unit communicates with the handbrake unit, right? Because, well, if you wanna have an emergency braking function, if you're going, say, with 100 kilometers an hour, and you pull the handbrake switch, okay, then the electric handbrake module gives a command to the ABS unit, which applies the normal brakes first, and when the speed drops below 20 kilometers an hour, then the electric handbrake, the motor, pulls the cables of the electric handbrake. Okay, I can understand that if you want to have an emergency function here in the handbrake. But if you want to have a normal handbrake, like everyday cars, like this normal manual handbrake, okay, if you want to have just this, you don't have this, okay? It fully applies the handbrake. Okay, I'm just pulling that, and now it's on, but it applied the handbrake fully. It fully applied the handbrake. It doesn't work normally, without any reason. I mean, why? So, parking brake off. At least that works. Okay, at least that didn't stop working. And the electric handbrake itself and the motor and the cables, they're working perfectly fine. Okay, that's a plus. At least that's not something to scare you off. But hey, C5 X7 owners, I'm putting this information out there so that you know, if for some reason the ABS module doesn't see the brake fluid level, it will present you with all these messages. And at some point I had a message saying that ABS faulty. Okay, the ABS unit is faulty, so have no fear. Okay, this is just the ABS unit unable to read the brake fluid level. Okay, so there's nothing wrong with your electric handbrake. There's nothing wrong with your braking system. And I actually, you see this, 706 kilometers. I made a whole trip of 700 kilometers with all these lights on. Okay, and nothing happened. Okay, I didn't crash, right? The car is working fine. At least we have to give credit to the engineers who did this stupid design of the electronics, but they also did something, okay, useful, and they let the car move and take you where you want to go, right? So that you can do your job. Right, and I still had these messages: stop, service, the parking brake light on all the time during this 700 kilometers, and this half, right? I burned half a tank of diesel, and this auto parking brake, what is it? Auto parking brake off, the auto parking brake off light, that was on too during all this trip, and nothing happened, right? At least we have to give credit to the mechanics, to the engineers who designed this, right? It can still take you where you want to go. So, yeah, so that you know. Another thing, there is another information. When I connected the diagnostic tool, it showed a problem in the BSI, the mainframe computer of the car. and it said let me remember. It said unexpected fault during reinitialization of the computer. What the hell does that mean? I don't know, right? So I think it has something to do with the ABS unit being unable to read the brake fluid level, right? Because a little while after these messages appeared, the key fob stopped working, right? And the key fob is directly connected to the BSI module, right? It works from the BSI. That's I think, yeah, I think that works with the BSI, the key fob. So the key fob doesn't work now. It doesn't lock or unlock the car, and yeah, the ABS unit also cannot read the brake fluid level, right? So yeah, that's it. Great, Citroen. Awesome. You have an awesome car. You could have done it. You could have done it a perfect job putting a manual handbrake here, like old school. But no, they had to do it. They had to make it complicated. They had to take a simple mechanical system and make it complicated. Good. Oh dear. At least we can move on and go where we want to go. Right. So that's it, people. A simple rant today, and a piece of information to let you know that you may encounter these types of problems in your Citroen C5, so that you know. Now that needs to go to the dealership to either reset something, I don't know. That needs to go to the dealership. And it happened in the best day, right? In the New Year's Eve. But at least it works. It takes you where you want to go. Great, Citroen. Awesome. Beautiful. I wish you all the best. Be seeing ya.